Welcome back to this basic chapter of Python. Well, in the last episode, we talked about the if and else conditions and so on. Now we are going to talk about the while loops. In the previous if and else condition, if the condition is satisfied, then it goes back and you know act accordingly. But in the while loop, it executes the statement as long as the condition is satisfied. For example, you want to run, you have values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 values, different values. Now you want to run for the first 4 values, and then on the fifth value it should stop. For example, you run for the first value, then second, then third, then fourth, then after that it should stop. So in that case you have to use the while loop. Now let's look at it how we can use this while loop here in this case. We are here talking about the while loop. As I said, in the while loop conditions, until the condition is satisfied, the loop will still running, and it will stop once the result is obtained. In this case, you can see how we use the while. We just introduce the basic value that here number is equal 1, and we set condition that the value of number is less than 200. So it will continue till the less than 200 and keep multiplying them. So first we introduce the number, and then our condition is whatever number we get, we multiply it by 2. Okay, and then it continues. For example, now here you can see first number value was 1. The 1 multiplied by 2, we got 2. The second value of 2, 2 multiplied by 2 become 4. Then 4 multiplied by 2 becomes 8. Then 8 multiplied by 2 becomes 16. 32 multiplied by 2, 64, and so on. Now in this case we said that our condition is less than 200. It will keep doing the calculation less than 200. So the last value we had 128, it multiplied by 2, the last value exceeded the 256. So here our calculation stopped. So this if, else, while, variable, all these are very important when we use and develop the simple basic softwares for reservoir engineering or production engineering or drilling engineering. And now we will talk about the file text and file processing, how we are going to process the file. Now let's start from this string. We call it a string command, and let's see how it works here in this case. Here you can see we write print hello world. So here you can see my university name is Kumar University of Science and Technology. You can write and run it here. So here you can see. So once it runs, you can develop. These things are needed when you write a program. So sometimes you need to introduce the problem. So in here you can introduce the problem very easily and so on. Then now, for example, this all is a one sentence. You want to shift is to keep a distance between them. So now you can see here is the gap came one tab, and you want to put two tabs. It will. You want to put the tab here also. So you will see that it will work. You see now there is a gap. Before there was no gap. Now, for example, Kumar University, you want to write in next line. So you put /n, and now you will see that Kumar University, it goes into two lines. So you can always play with /t/n, and there are so many other simple commands that you can use here in that case. Also, at the same time, you can do your command. For example, you can set up the name command. Name is equal input. What is your name? Whether print. Nice to meet you. So let's say your name is Daria. So Daria, nice to meet you. Or let's say your name is let's say Hero. So you run it, enter it, and Daria, nice to meet you. So simply you can use this one, and these all command, as I said, when I will put the exercise, you will see that how these are going to be helpful for you in the coming. Well, that's all about the basic introduction of Python. And in the next lecture, we will talk about the scientific computing using the Python. And we will try to solve the linear set of equations. We will try to do the integration. We will try to do the derivation. And we will try to solve the partial differential equations in the upcoming lecture. And after that, I will put some exercise to solve the calculus, to solve and develop simple reservoir engineering softwares, and we'll show you how to use the external packages that can be used in Python, and gradually we will move ahead to use the Python in reservoir simulation. And thank you very much for listening this lecture, and see you again in the next chapter.